Pustules indeed. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of Dice Sized Tales. As always, I am your game master, Craig Darling, and with me is my wonderful cast of characters who I'm going to introduce you all back to very shortly. But before we hop into today's game, I have a couple short announcements from some stuff we got going on here at the Emerald Collective. In the world of podcasts, you can find our first foray into the world of podcasting wherever you usually get your podcasts. No Silver Linings is a Call of Cthulhu podcast by Mark Corgan of Shunnock Games and features 15 episodes of chilling horror set in Silvermine's Tipperary in 1919. You can also catch the Violet Madness returning to the Emerald Collective in podcast form. Episode 0 is on there and recaps the story so far and sets the scene for the adventurer's quest to rid the land of Castonia from a magical disease known only as the Violet Madness. Currently, episode 21, The Candlebearer, is available on all platforms, with episode 22 due out on general release soon. And as time goes on, we'll be adding more episodes as they come out and as we release them. And yeah, everything is great over there. In terms of our Patreon is live. You can head over there by clicking the link in the chat. You can also find it down below, along with our link tree and a couple other things that I'll get to in a moment or two. But for our Patreon, depending on the tier you choose, you'll receive original monsters, magic items, and maps to use at your games each month. And there will also be an opportunity to get early access to our podcast, discounts on select items at Drive-Thru RPG, shoutouts on stream, and bonus content, as well as discounts on commissions from It's a Map and Liz Shanghavi, formerly of Zorp's Art, who is responsible for all the awesome Patreon art. We've also added a $1 tier for those folks who would like to show their support but can't stretch to the $5 or $10 tiers. And if you don't quite have the coin to spare to pledge, fear not, you can still give our Patreon a follow and get a free original monster and magic item for your trouble, and now and again, even more free content. So make sure you do stick around. We cannot wait to share all the gems in the Emerald Collection with you. This episode's Patreon shout out is the master himself, Christian. Christian, you've been around for ages. We love you, and I hope you're doing well out there, brother. And I hope to see you in the chat at some point in this
He
episode.
got us up and running.
Yeah, from like day zero,
Yeah,
absolutely. It's such a huge part of the Emerald Collective.
yeah.
Really can't be overstated. And yeah, that's all we got for now. I got some shoutouts for some streams that are coming at us in the next week or so, but for now, let's get back to our characters. Now, after the long rest that we're going to have at the beginning of this session, the characters are going to hit their level up to level 8. But I've had the characters all kind of do that work ahead of time so that we're not taking time in the middle of the session today to go through all of that. So I'm going to just kind of shout you guys out one by one here and just reintroduce yourself, your character, and let us know what you picked for your level up this time. Eld, would you like to start us off this time?
Sure. Hi, I'm Elle. I play Alaskira Bellwether, the Tiefling Bard Rogue, and I'm taking another level in Bard. So getting my Bardic back after short rests, which is nice.
Lovely.
And adding a jazzy little antagonize spell to really ramp up some painful psychic damage.
Wonderful. If there's one thing I deserve as a dungeon master after shooting Steriacha so many times, it's a little bit of that kind of treatment. Speaking of Steriacha, Dave.
You're on mute.
I think you're muted.
But it was bound to happen at some stage. Hi, I'm Dave. I am GM Dave here on the Emerald Collective. I run the Saffron Saga, which will be on tomorrow, and Rebirth of the Graven King. And I'm also cooking up another podcast. So lots being done here. Anyway, tonight, Matthew, I'm playing Steriacha, the Poisoned One. She is a level 8 witch, and her coven is that of the Coven of the Hidden Moon, but she's, unfortunately for her, comet-born. So she was delivered in the back of a falling meteorite from somewhere in the Shadowfell to a coven of hags after a whole month of prayer, and just prayer, not sacrifice. Steriacha arrived as a healthy child, but quickly seemed to suffer allergic reactions to everything in this world, much like me. Constantly applying patches and poultices prepared by the hags, Steriacha's life has been one of pain and misery. But we've all heard the tragic backstory. If you haven't, the VODs are over on our YouTube. You can find them there. I've leveled her up to level 8 witch, and which level? 8. More where that came from. So she got another coven spell, and she got another 4th level coven spell and another regular 4th level spell. But she also got an ASI, which I traded for, to further move on from what you said, Craig, she's almost died twice, so I've given her the tough feat. So it's now she has plus 18 hit points.
Nice.
And I just took average hit points for plus 5. So with all due respect and begging, Mr. DM, I hope that her 75 hit points will see her through this. And I do believe, from looking at the rest of the party, she's equal to the barbarian on this, which is absolutely batshit crazy. But her 2 spells that she took were, I'm not going to tell you what they do, but she took unnatural causes. She took unnatural causes, and she took Knife of Fate. And Knife of Fate is a fucking cinematic bastard of a spell. So yeah, it's something that may never get used, but if the time is right, it will be awesome.
Well, I'll just have to do my best to provide an opportunity for that then.
Yeah.
Very good. Next up, Roberto.
Hello, my name's Roberto, and I play Endemyon, the endemic devil plague walker, that plague doctor that goes around from town to town curing it of ailments and chasing away any would-be sinners or evildoers from practicing biological warfare or infecting other people with diseases. As to why he does it, nobody's truly sure. But all they know is he is infernal, making him extremely hard to trust, and nobody has ever seen his face. I've taken an 8th level into Artificer Alchemist.
Ooh, very good. And what are you getting on that level up?
I have gotten a feat for Fey Touched, so I can get some little teleports in.
Very nice. I do famously love me a teleport. Probably why that Javelin and Misty Step made its way into that shop.
Yep.
I just love that imagery. Sue me. I'm gonna keep doing it. Next up, let's go Dino.
Hello, I am Dino. Dino Bags, or Go Away if you're seeing. I am playing Gulbranna, the split personality Artificer Necromancer. I only got level 5 in Artificer, and I'm picking something at the minute, but other than that, I got hit points. He is the slightly askewed, evilly good, hides his heart of gold. I mean, hides it deep under the earth with concrete on top of it, a few trees, and an arrow pointing that way for hearts. But yeah, he has recently taken a step back and allowed Eugene to take the 4 because he is a wee bit tired.
Big time. And I'm kind of curious with Eugene anyway, just sort of briefly before we hop into it. Is there like, at least like mannerisms wise, does it just look like Gulbranna, or is there like a different way that he carries himself? Or
It's kind of like if you imagine 2 cousins or 2 brothers who look exactly the same, but when you meet them face to face, you're like, yeah, you're 2 completely different people. Like Gulbranna would be very sunken brow and calculated, whereas Eugene's, hello, where's a sandwich?
Yeah, sort of like wide-eyed and like
like Eugene has the same stats as Gulbranna. It's the one body, but he's you don't want to annoy him. If you annoy him, he can do stuff like he will just stab you and run away. But that's about it.
It's situationally probably fair. And yeah, last but not least, Daniel.
Yes, hi, Dano, or Legion Vox, depending on where you'll find me. I'm playing Cindral Thorn, a Path of the Storm Herald Barbarian, who was a soldier in the ongoing and ever ongoing Hell Wars in the lower planes, but cast out to this realm and taken in by a lonely but kind-hearted tavern owner who taught him that there's more to life than just killing and looking out for yourself at the end of the day. That passion has awoken in him in the form of he just loves to cook. Put him in a kitchen, give him some recipes, give him some ingredients, tell him what you like. He'll come up with something special for you. He's always striving for a new recipe or something new he can make to impress or delight the palate. One part of that, though, is he's almost fervent in his love for cooking, to the point where it's a crutch. I mean, he hates the thought of going back to where he came from. He hates the thought of that just unnecessary, unapologetic violence that was just the normality of most of his life. He has a new life and he wants to keep it, and he never wants to go back. He is a level 7 barbarian, and I've taken 1 level of fighter and got myself that nice little second wind. And you never know, maybe level 2 might bring me a bit of an action surge. So we'll be talking bam, bam, bam with his flame-tongued maul.
Thank you,
So-
ma'am.
Is it okay
I'm getting
to
a
ask,
bit of a.
Is it
Go
okay
for
to
it.
ask whether the violence in the warehouse was necessary?
Yes.
Should we do that in character?
I think there might be merit to that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
especially since Steriacha, after all, was the one who fired the first shot.
What a shot
First
that was.
shot,
Fireball
it was
straight in.
Ordnance.
Mm.
And then Gulbranna did the last shot when he magic missiled the one kobold.
Yeah,
And shot him in the
there
face with
was
Clancy.
True.
much kobold-centric violence last session for sure.
We very cool.
We just don't like them damn kobolds.
And fair, they're up to some shady shit. I get it.
They're always up to
Um,
something. Can never
yeah.
trust them.
Speaking of last session, the last time we got together, the party tracked down the fleeing kobold and lizardfolk saboteurs to a warehouse in the northeastern end of town, where they discovered that their quarry was sabotaging outbound shipments of food and supplies bound for nearby cities and villages surrounding Velthollow. Taking a heads-on approach, the party fired a fireball straight into the center of this warehouse, totally consuming one of the groups of these kobolds. And as they breached the warehouse's interior, where they squared off against nearly another 20 more kobolds fighting in these sort of tight, organized combat formations, seemingly led by this dark green scaled lizard folk who was raining arrows down by the flurry, like towards the party. And although the party came out of the battle victorious, despite the lizard folks' escape, they were able to capture and question 2 of the kobolds, who provided them with the map of something called the Hidden Path. It's notated in Draconic and is kind of crudely notated on the page, as well as a name, Thrax Regoth, the Prince of Putrescence. According to the kobold who gave up this name, Thrax Regoth is apparently the entity behind the attacks on Velthollow over the past couple weeks or two. And other than a name, no other information about that person has kind of come to light as of yet. Additionally, the party also learned that the spore bombs being utilized by these saboteurs are made through the manipulation of myconid spores farmed and distilled and mixed into this sort of pressurized alchemic brew, suggesting that this Thrax Regoth may be a highly skilled alchemist of some sort. The party then left the now very much so on fire warehouse, disposing of their kobold captives and heading towards the Cursed Blade Tavern, buying up the common room and kind of settling down for the evening before getting some rest in. As things were kind of winding down, we had this rather vulnerable moment between Steriacha and Alaskyra, where Steriacha has rather pensive and worried and kind of talking about the idea of like peace through death, where as she was dying, she almost felt this serenity come over her, as this constant ailing that her body is under was just held back for a few, maybe what she views to be like beautiful moments. And Alaskyra was able to understand that and was kind of trying to convey the idea of like how it's hard to kind of move through the things that happen to you, and the idea that life is painful for a lot of people, but that there's always this sort of less painful option. There's this short little back and forth about the nature of friendship and a toast. And as we drop back into today's session, Endemyon, you wanted to pull Steriacha or Alaskyra aside. I think it was Steriacha, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
we'll start with that. Yeah.
So after Steriacha goes up and looks at the paintings, that's what you said she did, right?
Yeah, she was in. Just it was anything to sort of end the moment where she had been a little bit too felt a little bit too vulnerable to, oh, look, the paintings, aren't they beautiful? and they're probably shit. But it was anything to sort of end the moment because she felt a little bit too vulnerable. So she's up looking at like painting like a huge painting with like the framing is all wrong. It's like a field with like a man down the very end who's tiny with an even tinier Jack Russell, and the rest of it is all landscape. And she's fascinated by this.
Endemyon kind of walks over using his using his quarterstaff as like a crutch almost, as he's kind of not necessarily limping, but he has a weird gait to him.
Is it loud on the cobbles?
I'd say so, yeah.
So she notices you coming. Okay.
Yeah. So I walk aside of you, and I see as you're like staring at this painting, and Endemyon just
too
says,
small.
"Is now bedtime."
For what? Murder, probably. Talk about paintings? No. To eat? No. Weather, yes.
I heard you talking to Aliskira about what all that happened. Nobody told me what happened to you.
She'll swing around and her hair is like it, and she'll kind of lean in and eavesdrop.
I wanted to get your attention before. I apologize for that transgression, but I did want to speak to you about that.
About what?
About what you're feeling.
How do you know what I'm feeling, other than what you overheard?
That's the thing. I don't. And I'm here to figure it out. I...
Now infected.
I see myself in you.
What?
In a weird way. Kindred spirits, if you will. I've experienced death as well. So I thought my presence might be at least a little bit of a comfort. And I hope this is as well. And I will go through my satchel, and a while ago I bought that what was it called? The ointment?
Kyotum's ointment. Yeah.
Ointment? Yes. And I hand it over to you, Steriacha.
Is it explosive?
Within a little... No.
Oh.
I know what it feels like to be in pain constantly, and whereas I might deserve it, I don't think you do.
What does it do?
Using this should at least reduce the pain of your outward lesions and pustules from your allergies, at least for a little while.
She will sort of recoil slightly. You've noticed. And put a hand up a little bit. Can the rest of them see these?
Fortunately, I do believe so.
Her hair
But none of us think of anything different. None of us think anything different of you. I hope you'll take this, and...
I cannot. But I thank you for thinking of me. You see, as I explained to Elisara, because of the respite I received upon death, I long for death. Should I apply this ointment to my torment? could become a drug. I could. I worry that I would do anything for more of it. I daren't apply it. Might you give it to someone with a less terminal condition than mine?
Your ailments are no different than anybody else's, and they require treatment.
Yes.
I am one to treat everybody of their ailments.
I do not seek a treatment, I seek a cure. The only cure I've found. She breathed in and her eyes closed and there's a smile. Was death.
I understand that it brought you peace, but mayhaps, at least for a little while, this ointment could bring you that same quiet that happened over death.
What happens
and you can see
when it runs out?
If it works well, I'll synthesize more. I'll figure out a way. I've never seen it before, but I'll do it.
Well, let's maybe see if you can synthesize more first. And if that is the case, we can run some tests on some villages. No, we can run some tests.
So good, Gulbranna's not a hearing.
And see, but I appreciate it. And let's put it in the back pocket.
I think it'd be safe. I think it'd be safer if you carried it.
Very well.
I don't want any of me to cause you any harm. I'd show you how we're like, but if I did, I could kill you. And I don't want that.
Maybe I do.
If after we synthesize,
suddenly her eyes, like, they've gone from the picture, they've gone from the painting. She's interested in you now that you've hinted at the fact that associating with you might kill her.
Endemyon's pole.
She is not that kind of girl.
No, a muscle running from her.
Oh.
So,
Endemyon.
yes.
When this is over, you kill me.
If it comes to that, and this is truly what you want, then I will. But there's also another option, something that I can do for you.
What is that?
I kind of take my hand and slowly reach into my jacket and pull out an amulet. It's still around my neck, but I kind of hold on to it in my hand. I cannot part with this yet, but when this is said and done, and I've cured this town, I may intend to give this to you if there's no cure that I can find. It has allowed me to exist without constantly being in pain. Perhaps it can do the same for you. I want you to have that same peace in life that you did in death. I wasted mine when I was alive. I don't want you to waste yours.
I think you misunderstand. When I say this, and you can see that she's been crumpling something in her hand, like over and over. She's not strong. She's a negative strength modifier, and she drops it on the ground. And she looks down. She deliberately dropped it for you to pick it up.
You pick it up?
You'll see it has the holy symbol of Torn on it. I mean this. There's something I must do. If at the end of it I succeed, I would beg of you your skills to end this. If I should fail and you still live, I would ask of you, don't let them burn me at the stake.
I won't. I will put that on my life. And I will gently put the amulet back. And it's hard to see any facial expression from behind the mask, but my movements, the way my hand kind of slightly quivered when he put it back, he seems conflicted on the inside, sort of broken up about something.
Why do you choose to live in Endemyon? You are in as much pain as I. Why? What keeps you alive?
Being alive is my escape. When you go to hell, there's no promise that your life will be any better than it was in life. And for me, it was much, much worse. This is my chance to redeem myself. Mayhaps I'll be able to live on the plane without pain for the rest of my days, breach the gates of heaven, or maybe even find a way to end myself and destroy my soul so I don't have to face that same torment again.
Who is it that decides whether one is redeemed or condemned? I've heard these paladins of Torn speak in such language about scales and balances and right and wrong when they themselves commit acts of atrocities and speak as though they are guaranteed to waltz through the gates of heaven. Who is it that ultimately decides?
The ones that decide are the ones that allow things that happen to people like you. I don't know what it'll take. I am working under the same rules as they are. They'll decide if I ever become redeemed, or if I don't. They decide my fate. And I have little I can do in the matter but do as I'm told.
Do you think you will ever decide that you've been redeemed? Or will you wait for... So look at three corners of the room, not see anything, and them.
I don't believe so. Many have died under my care. I don't think what I've done can be redeemed. The lies I've told, the lives I tricked people into believing everything was going to be okay. For a pretty penny.
Sounds like most religions to me. Why are you so different? Because it was just you, and not 40,000 resplendent in gold and platinum. What is the difference?
This is, or at least most of the people that commit atrocities and acts of sin At least they believe it's for a good purpose, a good cause. But I knew what I was doing. I knew the kind of pain and torment I was subjecting other people to. How I let them suffer in their pestilence and their diseases. I allowed them to continue on being sick and billed them every step of the way with snake oils and false treatments. I've destroyed families. When you go to hell and see firsthand what kind of torment you can bring to a child's eyes when they realize the doctor that said everything is going to be okay has purposely allowed their father to perish. This is something you cannot be forgiven for. All I can hope is to selfishly redeem myself so that I don't have to deal with the pain and torment that has been bestowed upon me since. I deserve what I suffer. You don't. I want the best for you because you represent everybody I have wronged in life. I want to make sure you get the treatment that all of the others deserved. That will help you. Whatever it takes. I just want to know that even if I can't forgive myself, that you'll forgive me.
It's not in my power to forgive you, I'm afraid. I will say this, you are the only honest sinner I have ever met. And I have traveled from religion to religion to religion to religion, from temple to temple to temple to temple, seeking treatment, seeking a cure. They all took my money. None could help me, but none admitted their wrongdoings. I know paladins that have committed atrocities that you say believe just because of belief in their actions that they deserve forgiveness, that this is wrong.
If the powers above say that that's what they deserve.
True forgiveness can only be achieved through admission of sin. That's what I heard an old priest say once before I devoured his liver.
Can't tell if you're joking or not. But in either case, you are a funny one.
And she'll turn back to the hair goes over her head again, and she'll turn back to the painting. The dog is too small. The farmer is too small. The flame is too look at that bush. I'm tired. And she'll wander off.
With that whole real deep bit, Eugene has went over to the bar to get 2 more pints and an apple, and he's walking past with his 2 pints and his apple going, life's all about apples and enjoying them, yeah. And he walks just over to the table. Just the complete other end of the spectrum. He's loving life right now.
I guess as we kind of shift our focus a little bit, how does Endemyon feel about that conversation now that he's had it?
I feel more sorrow for Steriacha than I did before, but I also feel worse about myself.
And kind of conversely, Steriacha's viewpoint on Endemyon, has that been altered at all after this?
Yeah, I mean, so let me just look at her. Okay, so she's got. I mean, she's got good insight. She's got good intelligence, shit strength. She's inclined to avoid him for a while, given that she thinks that he's pinned all his hopes of redemption on her. If he can save her, everything will be okay. And she doesn't want that. That's overwhelming for her, and she understood everything that was said.
Sure.
But yeah, she doesn't want, like,
The responsibility of his.
well, yeah, no, she knows that if he saves her, he's that fixated on it that he will die and probably go to hell anyway. And like it's not that easy. It's not that simple. She lived with 3 hags for 90 fucking years. She knows about the hells. She knows about all this stuff. And she doesn't want that attention. She doesn't want. It's almost like she's feeling a little bit like O'Brien.
Yeah, I feel
You
that.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy.
He's a very,
Yeah, he's not the Messiah.
he's a very naughty boy.
Yeah. So she's a lot to process. And again, she has the ointment, and she's afraid of it. Like she you know.
Probably for good reason. I totally get like where she's kind of coming from with the whole like, well, what happens when I run out? You know, the temporary piece.
Well, the first one's free.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good. We work back our way kind of back downstairs into the main hall of the Cursed Blade, where Eugene's having a couple pints, and he's sat down with a couple folks here for a couple games of cards. Is Eugene just kind of like in full just relax party mode here, or what is how's his state of mind right now, I guess?
He's just happy to be awake.
Mhm.
You know, it's he sees everything watching through Gulbranna's actions through his own eyes, but now he's taking a piss for himself, really. It's kind of strange. He's drinking, but it's almost like the ale's going somewhere else. Like he's getting a wee bit drunk, but you're like, holy ghost, this man's drinking like he's never drank in years. And you get the feeling from him, he's nonchalant. He's sitting down and he's like, hello, and like he's touchy-feely with people. You know, like putting his hand on the shoulder saying, hello, have you had a good day? Yeah, and walks away, and they can be a wee bit sheepish around him. But you can feel that the fox's ears, I like to call it. Like his ears will twitch. Like Gulbranna's still like, fucking, what are you doing?
He's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that smell? Someone farted. You know, he's in there as like a wee feel safe. Yeah. It's the reason Eugene's still alive. Gulbranna being able to haunt the house for X amount of decades and then possess him. And he wants to keep his wee brother alive as much as possible. But
sure.
yeah, he wants to play cards. Maybe
and you've found this this table where this pair is sat. An orc by the name of Grusk Bonejaw and a half elf by the name of Isolde Frostquill, and they're this pair of merchants from a city to the south where they've been stuck in town the last couple days, and you know they've been kind of staying here as well as at the other tavern, kind of interchangeably while they've been stuck here, and they're playing essentially 21. So the way this is going to work, we're both going to roll a d10.
Okay.
And that'll be our face up card.
Okay.
And then you and I are going to roll a second d10 and hide that result from each other. So if you have a physical die handy.
Oh, I do. Just wait a moment till I get the Paw Patrol off it.
While he's looking for that, just to know that your exhibitionist cat is back again, Craig.
Yeah, he's showing up.
No.
I mean, he is just bearing
Laying it
everything.
all out for everyone to see.
I don't think
Very
you understand how many
slayed.
one-liners I have come up with that I'm not saying because we're live.
Didn't even flinch.
Craig, I love how you spread your.
He is too chill. How much catnip have you been giving him?
Literally none.
Cocaine. Big metal dice. Yeah. So, is there any? Because I do have 7 in sleight of hand. So, is there any way I can get myself advantage on getting the cards out here, or if I'm dealing, say for example, not to try and trick, but just to balls it, cheat my way through.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
I
Eugene's a bit
think-
disarming, but at the same time, he's like, yeah, I want to buy a new pair of shoes.
I think, okay, on your face down card, and for any additional cards you pull, how about you roll me 2d10? You can pick one of the two that you like.
Oh, yeah, that's fancy.
Okay, so I'm going to roll my first face up card. We're going to do a couple hands here and then just do like kind of a pot of winnings at the end.
Okay, so first D20.
D10.
Oh, D10, sorry, then disregard that.
So I'm showing an 8 face up.
7 face up.
All right. Now we pull our second card. I've got mine.
Second roll. Ooh. I'm going to write it on my hand
Lovely.
so that it's there. Okay.
Okay. So you're showing a 7. You've got one card face down. Would you like to pull another card?
No.
No, you're going to stay there?
I'm going to stick.
Okay. Grusk is going to take another card.
Oops.
All right, and he's going to stay there. So I guess reveal your hand.
I had a 7 and my dice that I took was a 5 because I got a 3 and a 5. So that's
Okay.
what's
So you got
pretty much
12.
12, yeah.
12 all in.
You're going to beat
Grusk
that. No, you're not going to beat that.
flips over 2 cards. He's got an 8 showing, and then flips the first card. It's a 5. Flips the second card to reveal another 5 for a total of 18.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, well done. Thunder.
yeah, well, luck of the draw, and kind of collects the cards and reshuffles the deck and says, "So, what brings you all into town? I saw you coming in here throwing around some pretty decent money."
Well, we're here to see what's going on with all your peoples with this disease what's spreading around.
Oh, it's awful, isn't it?
It is. I'm not telling them too much. Be quiet. Come on, Charles. Yeah.
Come again?
No, you haven't even bought me a drink. No, but seriously, we're here. Do you know anything? I mean, you look like the sorts of folks,
He's gonna spill all the beans.
into more than just cards. Yeah.
My
Oh, I mean,
beans!
my beans.
He puts his hand in his
Not my
pocket to get
beans.
a few more gold pieces out, and beans fall out.
And I mean, we know as much as anyone, right? Like, I mean, we've been kind of stuck here until our shipment's cleared for travel, and we don't know when that's going to be. And frankly, it's worth too much for us to just leave it here. So, kind of in a sort of limbo, but it seems like things are only getting worse here. And kind of sets down the deck of cards again, and he'll flip his first face-up card here.
Oh yes, roll a 10.
And again, if you roll a 1, that can count as a 1 or an 11. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
3.
Okay.
And then
Face up and my face down. Okay. So you're showing a 4. You're showing a 3. Let me know when you've got your second card.
I have.
Perfect. Would you like another card?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I rolling this one?
Yep, you can roll your 2d10 for your bonus to sleight of hand.
Went to Vegas, gambled $200, lost $200. What's that? Okay.
Okay.
I do not want another card. I'll stick.
All right.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
I'll stick. I love it. Very good. Okay, he is going to pull another card here. And a 4th.
Oh, what? You don't want to blow it all in one go. No, it likes that.
No, I got a good feeling. Okay.
Well, everybody has a good feeling when it all goes in one go.
And it's going to take a fifth card.
How many
All
twos
right.
is in this deck?
At least a couple. And he's going to stick there. Go ahead, reveal your hand.
Well, I got my 3, I rolled a 10, and I got a 6 on my extra card. So that's a 19.
Oh, very nice. So yeah, they've got a face up 3, and then in order they flip up another 3 for 6, a 4 for 14, and then a 2 for 16.
That's
And
like it's 1 for 1.
1 for 1. Yeah, very good, very good. Collects the cards again. So you said you're here and investigating the sickness. You find anything out interesting? We've
You
heard
s-
pretty much nothing.
You see a wee shimmer of that green necrotic energy that Gulbranna wields just
Yeah.
coat over his eyes. And
Oh,
the
are
demeanor
you
changes
all
for a
right?
wee second and he's staring at you. And then it's still Eugene's voice, but the counter's a bit different. It's like, yeah, we know as much as everybody else. Nothing. He shakes his head. I told you, I was in charge tonight.
It's just, I'm just saying, a couple of you look a little roughed up. Looks like you might have run into some trouble.
Oh, nothing that we couldn't sort out.
Is it dangerous? Anything we need to know about?
Well, yeah, when things blow up, it's kind of dangerous. But,
Whoa, what blew up?
well, I mean, in a general sort of, when things happen, I'm talking to blow up in like, not explodey boom boom, but oh, that situation blowed up.
Okay. Can you give me a deception check?
Yeah, he's trying his hardest to do it. Plus 0, everybody.
Woohoo!
Oh, lovely, lovely.
And I rolled a flat 5.
Flat
Plus
5.
19 for charm.
Okay. Yeah, that flat plus 19. Very good. He doesn't press the issue anymore. You get the impression he kind of sees you're keeping something close to the chest, but kind of respects that as he goes to deal his first card again. We're going to do one more hand here and then see what happens. So I'm going to roll.
Right, come on. Don't.
Okay.
Fucking.
So I'm showing an 8.
That just rolled off a 10. Yep. 4 for my show up. And then 2
Okay.
die. Say that too big.
You got your face downs?
Have you got your face downs? That's my favorite
No.
Daniel O'Donnell album.
Very good. Okay, so showing sorry.
Oh, I want another card. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, you're showing a 4 and then you got a face down. All right, so yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead, draw your next card.
I'm drawing another card. How many 2s are in this deck?
It's just all 2s.
It's 50. It's like 58 2s and 4 aces.
That's okay. I've got my cards. My 4 numbers. My 4 show up. My first card, my second card, my third card.
Wonderful, wonderful. Showing an 8 face up, and he's got 1 card face down. He is going to pull another one.
Gulbranna, Eugene would have ordered these guys a drink, whatever. And bread and cheese and meat. And mushrooms, please, as well.
As Cindral's trying to finish dinner in the kitchen, he's getting orders for like apps and stuff.
Yeah, if you got any, I want to pay no papas.
All you hear is say, "Oh, where's the fucking lamb sauce?"
I keep asking, and it's still not here. Very good. Okay.
Party of 10
So
walk in. What time do you close in 5 minutes? Great.
Yeah, come on in. Sit down. It's fine. Okay, so I've got 4 cards as well. And he's going to stop at 4.
Oh.
And go ahead, reveal yours.
So I got the 4 flat down. Then I got a 2, a 3, and a 9 for 19.
Ooh.
Ooh. And I haven't touched my
Very
book.
nice.
Oh, I not move the pen. I haven't touched my book. Oh. Oh, there's the 9. I thought it was a 6 to start with, but it's not. It's the wee line at the bottom.
Very good.
And then all the scribbles. Oh. If I'd have got another 2, I was going to just say you're cheating.
And Gruss goes to flip over his 4 cards. He's showing an 8. And he flips over a 3 for 11. And then he flips over a 5 for 16.
Did he chance?
And then he flips over a 9 for 25 for too many, winning you the second of the 3 hands. And for the rest of the kind of rounds back and forth here, Grusk doesn't really press you for much, just kind of sticking to light, game chat, kind of just shooting the shit with you as you play. And this kind of streak of winning more than you've been losing over the past few hands kind of continues, and you end up coming away with it with another 100 gold in your pocket by the end of the
Jesus.
And do you know what? Eugene's like, oh, thanks for playing. And he'd split the pot. He'd only take 50. He's just happy to play.
They're very happy to kind of reduce their losings as much as possible, take that 50, and they hang around for the rest of the evening. They're good shits, good for a drink, and they're not bumming out the vibe at all as we before we head into the kitchen. What's Alice Skyra up to in the time before dinner anyway?
I think after she ended her conversation. Sorry, not sure if you just heard the racer boys driving down my street.
Eugene's found the bike.
Oh god.
Those brooms are flying.
Oh, this is
loud.
nice.
Yeah, I know. It's normally that or horse and carts, and it's never anywhere in between. So I think after the conversation with Steriacha, Alaskira moved over to chat to the bartender for a bit, try and get a bit more info out of him, and is kind of waiting for Cindral to emerge from the kitchen and kind of giving everyone their space for the moment to recover.
Okay, so what kind of information are you after kind of first, do you think?
I think she is just looking to find out. As a bartender in owner, he is probably reluctantly got his nose to the ground a little bit in terms of like local characters, and I think she's probably just trying to find out if there is a sect of a thieves guild, a kind of underground crime organization within this area, because they're people that are likely to know what's going on in their town. Especially if it might impact their business.
Okay, very good. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. She can't get lower than a 21, so...
That's fair. Oh, reliable talent?
It's Silver Tongue.
Yes, very good.
Perception and persuasion are anything lower than a 10 is a 10.
Amazing for a 21. And then this gentleman tavern, he's kind of looks around a little bit and says, "No, I don't. No, we've never really had much of a thieves guild presence in this city, and frankly, I think we're better off for it. God's very good about keeping our streets safe and free of that sort of folk, and." As he's saying this, he's kind of making these symbols with his hand in this sort of thieves' cant.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of basic words that's coming across. It's just kind of like, can't talk here, guild house in quarantine zone.
I think, she'll just be like, of course, I completely understand. You wouldn't want such reprobates and unpleasant folk in such a delightful village. And at the same time, she's gesturing to be like, we'll find out more. Thank you for your help, kind of thing.
And as you kind of turn away from that, you see him do like one last short sign, and it just says, "Safe here. Sleep well."
What a cutie.
Um, as we follow the sounds of pots and pans and the occasional frustrated complaint from our resident chef in the kitchen, Cindral. Um, you've sort of bought your way into this kitchen and are taking full advantage of it. Tavern is kind of the owner operator, usually does a lot of the cooking, but when he's out manning the front, there are two line cooks that are working there. There's a human by the name of Kyle, kind of a younger guy. Got a bit of an attitude, but his uniform's clean and he does decent work. And then there's this Goliath by the name of Marco, who's a little bit lumbering, really, really good with a knife, if a little indelicate with ingredients. I'll bring your menu up here as we've got a bit of a pop-up kitchen situation going here. And why don't you walk us through Cindral's menu concept here?
Well, first, when I came in, obviously I had some of my own ingredients on me, but part of the money that I had thrown to the tavern owner was, free reign of the kitchen. I want whatever he's got on stock. I'm going to supplement it with my own stuff, and I want to distract myself. I want to lose myself in the cooking, and I'm going to have to try and be a bit quieter because I just terrified my own child in the other room by screaming about lamb sauce. So. Apologies, Ava. But yeah, so I've come in. I have just come straight in. I haven't even explained to the two line cooks about what I'm doing. I've just come in and I've said, "Do what you're told. Do it fast. Do it well, or get the fuck out of my kitchen." And I just start into it. So I take out a piece of parchment. It's got Cindral's kitchen on the top, and I just start writing on it, and I start writing down what's going to be on the specials tonight as the two guys just look over my shoulder. So we've got the handsome devil stew, named after its creator, of course.
Of course.
The Sporgasbord, inspired by recent events in Velthollow. The Crying Onion Hot Pot, which is a really good one, especially if you're feeling a little bit under the weather. Sorksuka, which is a little bit of a magical flavoring of the lovely Saksuka tomato dish. Terrible Tater. The Terrible Tater, which is everything that you can find in the kitchen put on top of a baked potato. And then for those with no taste whatsoever and not willing to try anything, there's chicken nuggets and fries.
Eugene's going to have the nuggets and fries.
Despite Gulbranna complaining in the back, not again.
You can see him ordering the nuggets and chips, and he's giving it that that demonic, the head.
So I've learned from the past, always have the beige option just in case. But he's there frantically working, Gordon Ramsay-ish, shouting, expecting obedience with every order and not taking it. I know you're facing down like a Goliath, but this is, his aura kind of files out and fills the room, like a storm, no nipple lightning for them. But, this oppressive feeling as he is the lord and master of this kitchen.
Like heavy clouds.
Please
Exactly.
tell me he calls someone an idiot sandwich.
If they fuck up, they.
I'm ordering the nuggets and chips. So,
Greg, if you want to roll me a d20 and just straight 20 and tell me what the result is.
I would love to. Could I also have you roll me a intimidation check?
Excellent.
Can I give him disadvantage in the intimidation, or advantage in the intimidation check? Because Eugene said, these nuggets, is that meant to be 6? I've only got 5.
You're playing cards, big man.
Yeah, 16 on the...
Okay, very good. And I got a 5 on my d20.
5. So, yeah, the half elf who reckons himself a bit, as you said, clean uniform. He does his stuff well. He thinks he's a little bit better than he is, and Cindral, who's a bit of a savant, like he's new enough cooking, but he's good. Like he got the passion, he took onto it with both hands, and he ran with it. He can see someone who's got a little bit more ego than he does talent. And he gets a loaf of bread, like a big thick loaf, and just rips it in half and just puts both on the side of the head, like two big buns, like medieval hair buns, and just like, "You're a cretin sandwich. What are you?" "Oh, I'm a cretin sandwich."
I'm a cretin sandwich.
Kobold sandwich.
And yeah, so there's
Nice.
this intense, almost a fever in his eyes as he just, nearly more so than any battle, that he just like, this is like his other battlefield, as he is just storming about the kitchen preparing this food.
I love it.
Yes.
And as you start getting going here, kind of the first things that need to be prepared are probably your stew and your hot pot. So are you taking direct control of that, or are you kind of delegating these jobs off to your cooks here?
Well, with the stew, the work is done. It needs to simmer for a while, so I've got the Goliath there, just gets slow and steady
So just
around the bit. Like, it's, doesn't need any dishes. It just needs a good rhythm, and
Damn you.
straining a bit of the fat off the top as it comes up, and
just making sure that nothing sticks to the bottom to burn, that everything gets an even cook. The With the smorgasbord is it's a selection of different mushrooms, some crackers, some cheese, kind of gathered from all over the city where he's been. The corners of the kitchen itself, under the press, some dried mushrooms. He's had anything he's seen fungal looking. He has taken, kind of inspired by the spore bombs, and then with the crying onion soup, he is just, I mean, the knife skills. He is just slicing. He's pulling apart onions like with his bare hands, and then just slicing them.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then just working the terrible tater is fairly simple. He's just pouring. It's a baked potato. He's pouring all sorts of stuff on it that it's not pretty to look at. It's called the terrible tater for a reason. While the chips and nuggets are there just frying in oil, and he's just like salt bait, just getting a little bit of salt just on the top of them.
Yeah, just a little, bounce it off the elbow and then onto the food. Component bay, I love that. Very good. All right, so I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna take 3 rolls. I don't know what skill I want you to roll. My gut says survival, but I'll hear arguments for other things.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, survival, maybe a medicine.
Yeah, I could.
I don't know why I'm arguing for that. I'm +0. I'm +3 in survival and +0 on medicine. I should shut the fuck up. You know what? Survival and insight, so I can kind of interpret what flavors go together.
Okay, yeah. All right.
So I'll give it a survival. You beauty. I'll
Amazing.
Oh, well done.
insight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And my third one, I'm going to go athletics, just for the sheer energy I'm expending running around the kitchen, tending to
Absolutely.
like 4 or 5 different.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
Very nice, very nice. So this goes, it's like listening to a symphony. It goes exactly the way you envisioned it in your mind, and all the pieces are moving at the right speed with the right amount of consistency.
Just like picture Tom Cruise in Minority Report, as he
Yes, totally. And all the food is made and kind of starts being plated. I know we've had one order for chips and nuggies already, but what is everyone else having? And don't feel like you're limited to one thing either.
Oh, I think Steriacha will go with whatever's spiciest.
Be the Handsome Devil stew.
the
For
Handsome
Yeah,
sure.
just to
Devil's
try
stew.
and clear the airways, just and help her with those allergies, because obviously she's allergic to everything. So she'll just, she'll, if she can get a big bowl, she'll almost like stick her head in it and just it'll go up the airways. And that will hopefully do her. She will be the first to go to bed, because there's something she wants to do when she's by herself.
Okay.
And yeah, shut up, you.
I can't say anything.
No, I was trying not to have a face there.
Yep, me too. Very good. So a little bit of handsome devil stew for Steriacha. How about Endemyon? What are you eating? Are
I'm
you
gonna
eating?
get I'm gonna get the hot pot, and
Yeah,
I'm going to try and eat as far away from everybody as possible.
fair enough.
How hot is it?
He's in his feelings.
Yeah. I'm a shy eater, you know.
Deep in the emotional well and swimming.
Very
I mean,
good.
crying onion seems appropriate if you're deep in the emotional well.
Before I
This
do
is fair.
DM on
Yeah.
on Discord, Craig, just so you have a heads up about what I'm going to do.
Heard. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
All right.
It's not for
Elle,
now.
what are you having?
I think Allie will go for a handsome devil stew and probably make a joke about only because it's made by a handsome devil.
Very good.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then excuse me. What's Eugene having? He's having the chips and nuggets. We
Eugene
know
is
this.
having the chips and nuggets, but just because he wants his brother to be fed as well, he's getting a second order of chips and nuggets. And you can still see Eugene's there, but his forehead is forcing itself down as the second order comes out. So he's all smiley, but he's really perplexed
So
in this emotional tirade. And he wants red sauce in a wee cup that he's going to pour over all his chips and nuggets.
Oh,
You can tell I've got a 4-year-old.
Dipping
them.
sauce.
Yeah, but he's just going to go, yeah. And it
Yeah,
makes it about and
definitely
eat it with one
chaotic
fork.
good.
Just boom.
Absolutely. Very good. And Chef, what's Chef having for dinner?
Chef is definitely going to have the Sorksuka, personal favorite
Very
of
good.
his.
That would be my pick as well, for sure. Very good. And could I have everyone roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, you're going to kill us with your food, aren't you?
No.
I mean, I'm used to my food, so I'm going to argue for
Zip,
an
zap, skibbity
advantage.
bop. Here comes
Absolutely.
As con saves go for me,
16.
that's not bad.
I've got a 12, sir. How's a 12?
I've got a 13.
Okay. Very good. Very good. So good news. After finishing up your meals and kind of going to your own separate corners to try and catch some sleep, there's something in this food that feels enriching beyond that of like a normal hearty full meal. There's something arcane to it. Cindral, can you roll me 2d12?
I can, and I will. All right.
So
11
for the
and a 2.
next, very good. That's karmically very nice, actually. Everyone is going to gain 13 maximum hit points and heal for the same amount, which is going to last for the next 24 hours.
How do we do
Is that on? So hang on. So that's 13 maximum hit points as in temporary hit points, or
No, like
forever?
your maximum hit points go up for 24 hours.
Oh, okay. So we're
That really
okay.
confuses me, so I'm just going to stick 13 in the temp.
You could
That's
put
all
you
right.
could do 13 temp if that's easier.
I can never get that working in my brain
No worries.
because I always forget where I was then.
And then, Cindral, do you want to explain, I suppose, to Steriacha and Alaskyra, kind of the negative sides of their meals?
What?
No.
So, it was warned on the menu that this is incredibly spicy. I mean, I'm an infernal tiefling. I don't eat anything that doesn't have at least 4 or 5 chilies beside it, and there may have been a touch of infernal pepper in there as well. A few gratings of infernal iron as well, just to give it that zing. And unfortunately, if you have failed that check and you have had the handsome devil effects, you're going to take 1d6 fire damage
Oh, fine.
over the.
What was the DC? 12?
I set it as 14.
Oh shit!
And we just missed it.
You luckily
Is
didn't get a
Steriacha
crit.
allergic to it?
I think no. Well, I think because I stuck my fucking face in it and inhaled it, I should probably take double damage.
In fact,
If you'd
Imagine
like
it
to,
cured
you
her.
can.
well,
You're
I'm
getting
going
awfully
to,
confident since you took the tough feat.
because you did that, you're now going to have steam pouring out of your mouth for the next few hours, which is going to give you a disadvantage on stealth or persuasion checks because it's just like.
Okay, you're looking at the woman who like snuck up to the window of the warehouse and cast fireball. She gives
It's
not a
true.
whit about fucking stealth. Yeah, cool. So, what we're gonna take? Can I take that out of the 13 temp?
Sure, yeah, and
much
that
was it?
13
6?
will stick around for the next 24 hours still though.
So it was
But yeah,
6.
6. D6.
A D6.
Okay, cool. Here we go.
Is
Roll a
who's
D6.
rolling that?
There you go. Well, I'm gonna roll mine if that's all right. That's a 2, so I'm down to
Yeah.
11.
Alright. I will roll it as well, but I take
Oh, we
half
got a
damage.
boon for Gulbranna here.
Oh, thank you.
You can't give Legion. You can't give each
Oh,
other
Legion!
fucking boons.
Can you not?
When you're on stream, you can't give each other shit. No.
Thank you,
Yeah,
If that were the case, I dropped like
Unfortunately, that
50
wouldn't
quid into
count.
healing when Steriacha was dying.
Maybe put my hand behind him, took him to the
I've
yard.
saved up those bits for the last.
Well, do you know what? Next time you're in and you're watching a stream you're not in, that will count. You just say, "Hey,
Hey, totally.
Sorry, Dino. I tried.
Yeah, there was me thinking some randomer fucking like me, but it was just you.
I love that.
Oh.
I love how you're trying to help Dino."
I rolled a 1 and I have
Oh,
resistance.
So it'll just be a flat one
Amazing.
then.
I'm
I
not
think
sure
that came
one.
up a
Your
couple
legs
times last
blow
time.
off.
I'm gonna take this menu away.
I love
those
the
who-
menu. It's a great word.
It looked great, Dad. I loved having something to actually pop up there. So thanks for making that.
My pleasure.
that was awesome.
Those who rolled above a 14 get that same boost to their hit points with no negative effects. Let me just double check. Did we have a positive effect on a save for these as well?
Yes. So
Yes, we did. We
in,
did.
In
Don't
Endemyon,
get the damage.
you had the hot pot, and it's a really wholesome, home cooked meal. Kind of, is meant to remind people of what their mother would make them when they had a cold. But it's real filling and warmth. If you've ever had lovely French onion soup, but you're now resistant to cold damage for an amount of time up to our lovely DM.
Yeah, we'll say it lasts the 24 hours as well as the extra hit points.
Ooh.
And oh yeah, sorry, and of course the chips and nuggets. What did you roll?
17. Oh, sorry, yes. What did I roll? Where's my roll there? Constitution saving throw. I did roll it. Gulbranna. Is it 17? Yes, sorry. I thought it was
Well-
your roll, but it's a 17.
Yeah, hang on to your tits because you're not going to believe this.
Yeah, I'm getting bigger. I have cleavage. Leave me alone.
You get fucking nothing because you ordered chips and nuggets.
get
No,
nothing.
no.
You get nothing.
No.
I'm winning over here. Eugene's loving life, and he's waiting for the crayons and the colouring in. Remember, Eugene was only a child whenever he got killed by his parents, so you're picking
It's
on the
true.
child here. Win for me, morally.
Wow, winning.
I'm usually not on the winning end of
Okay,
morals, so
okay.
I'm loving it.
Wow.
Do I have it backwards? I thought it was Gulbranna who died.
Gulbranna was killed when he was 16, and then he haunted the house until there was another male of
Yes.
age, and then he went into Eugene when he was 9, and then the two of them lived in the body all the way up, and he ran away.
Yes. Good. I'm glad I do have that straight. Very good. And we settle down for the remainder of the evening. I know Steriacha had something they wanted to get to. Does anyone else have any before bed business they want to handle?
No, Eugene has a dream, or a mind state he has to go into.
Lovely.
It's not before bed, but it was just, I know I said last session when we weren't sure if we were going to do a short or long rest, that when they're like going to rest, she'll play a kind of gentle, very easy song that then gives Steriacha, Gulbranna, and Endemyon heroic inspiration. Sorry,
Oh, so
Cindral.
that's ×2.
There we go.
Didn't we have like one last session or something?
We do. Yeah.
So that times 3 then?
I'm gonna say we can bank him up to 3, and then like it caps there.
All right.
So you all have 1 from just the session start, and now some of you have 2 from Alice Gyra.
Nice one, thank you.
Nice.
Next time I'll give some to Cindral. Sorry.
Even though you poisoned us all.
True.
The
very
warning
good.
was
Anyone else?
on the menu.
It was.
Oh, I got 5 nuggets. Supposed to get 6.
Wait till I introduce you to my contracts. The warning is in the fine print.
She was definitely raised by hags.
Oh, big time. Very good. Very good. In that case, we'll go right to Steriacha.
She goes in. She's leaving the room early, not because of the food, but not because she fell saving throw, but because when is it okay to sort of, obviously we're not going to get our level up spells before the long rest, but is it okay to push this just for story?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. So she did get another 3rd level spell, and this is her first time trying out the sending spell.
Very good.
And she thinks back 90 years ago to when, as was discussed and told in the previous session, she came back from full of fear, gathering mushrooms and things for the 3 hags that had sort of summoned her on a comet from the Shadowfell, and she dropped the baskets as she saw a party of paladins of Torm and a huge pyre outside the house, and the paladins were throwing her 3 hag mothers onto the pyre, and they were running off, and one of them would kick them back on, and then one of them indeed stepped onto the pyre, seemingly like unaffected by the fire, and just lashed one of her mothers to the pyre. She screamed and died. And then Steriacha ran, and one of them gave chase, and he was devoured in the forest by something else. But there are still 3 more there. And I believe with a sending spell, you don't have to know their name, you just have to know them.
A creature you've met, or a creature described to you by someone who has met it? It doesn't say
she has
you need...
met it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely she's met it.
So she sits down. I'm going to pull up the spell here. Let's just see if there's any... where are we? Fireball.
I've got it here.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the...
Fireball.
looking for the components. It doesn't really say. Anyway.
A copper wire.
Copper wire. So what she does is she pulls out a small straw doll that she's made, and she's picked up scraps of tin along the way, and she's used a dagger to split them down the middle in 2 to make them even thinner pieces of tin. And what she's done is she's created armor for these small little dolls of straw, and she's made little helmets for them and little weapons, and it is incredibly detailed, so much so that she's gotten like small gold leaf, and she's put on, they're about that big.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like even like added the symbol of Torm. And then she gets the copper wire and she wraps it slowly around the neck of this doll. She pulls it out and she pierces her tongue with it. And then she says, "Hello. I am the child of the 3 women you cast upon the pyre 90 years ago. coming for you. Name, please. You may reply to this message.
I am going to find you, and I'm going to murder you. By the way, can I get your name?
What's your
For the
name?
records.
I don't have any money.
What I do have is
A particular
Extra
set of
cost of
skills
ignorance may apply.
that make me a nightmare for people like you.
Oh, that's horrific. Oh my gosh.
I will find you.
Here I am on the sphere.
I'll kill you. Okay, sorry.
Very good.
I worked so hard on that fucking thing. And I fucking.
You had to
But I'm
do-
here
you
for it.
had-
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
You had to do the please leave a message. It just lit the fuse.
When does this thing beep? Is it a beep? Oh, damn.
Is this thing on? Is this thing on?
You hear Steriacha fumbling about the room for 10 minutes, leaving a, like a butt note.
Yeah.
You hear this. At first, it is this kind of just anticipatory silence. Like, yeah, the person can answer, but will
But
they?
they've answered that. They picked the ringer up.
Yeah. They have picked the ringer up, and before too long, you hear, "Oh, I'm sorry. Fenwick is occupied right now, but I'll be sure to let him know you called. See you soon."
That's interesting.
Boom.
Fenwick. Excellent. So, is there anything I can glean from that? Did it sound... So it was delivered back in common.
It was delivered back in common.
Did the voice sound like it was delivered from a large, huge, gargantuan creature? Can I tell that?
I will take an insight check.
I will give you an insight check.
An insight check.
Zip, zap, skibbity bap. Narrative dice give me a 6, and I'm fucking here for it. I love fucking narrative dice. Yes.
So,
No, I'm not using the inspo.
I'm holding on to that, thank you.
No, not the dice. Tell
Okay.
the story.
So, you would know that by the way the sending spell works. If you knew the recipient of this message, you would know who it was, in the same sense that whoever you sent that to, in this case Fenwick, knew it was you when you sent it. The voice was definitely unfamiliar. You'd recognize this group of people's voices anywhere, even after this amount of time. And it was spoken in a near whisper. So in any sort of attempts to like figure out the size of what's speaking to you, it's difficult to tell.
Okay, cool. So one of the things about the spell is if they're dead, it does cross planes, though, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
5% failure rate.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. She'll go to bed, and she's... Yeah, so she's a lot to think about, but also her allergies are playing up again. So she'll grab she'll tear off a bit of Gulbranna's bed sheet, and she'll spit on it, and she'll roll it up into a ball and shove it into the ear that's beside the wall that she's sleeping against, just to stop it leaking. The other one can leak away all the way down onto the floor. She'll stuff her 2 nostrils with this sort of gauze that she carries around. It's black. It's dirty, but it'll do the trick.
It's used.
And it's being reused.
Yeah.
And she'll pull off her little stockings that just go up just above the knee, and then she'll sort of her little toes will be out. She'll take her shoes off, and her toenails are like incredibly long, like that guy that sort of has a Guinness Book of Records for growing incredibly long toenails. They kind of almost like unfurl as she takes off her shoes.
For fuck's
I say,
sake.
yeah, I don't think Dean's okay.
No.
And she'll lie back and she'll begin to snore.
Wonderful.
I'm wondering where you get the cheese for the Sporoscope board. Sorry,
If you need cheese, just the gross blurk report. Yummy.
Very good. So we're all set up in kind of this common room situation. Are we all sleeping at once? Is there any kind of watch being put, or are you trusting in the security of this building?
I'm after the kitchen because I'm a great believer in leaving a clean kitchen after you. So everyone went up.
Sure.
I went to help in the cleanup, and then just pour myself, reach over the bar and grab a bottle of whiskey and just kind of sit at the bar amongst my own thoughts. And
Plus, Cindral gets a short rest.
so just kind of end up kind of just falling asleep on the table at the bar.
Joke's on you. Chefs actually get a long rest when they short rest. This is known. Very good. Very good. All right. So in which case we'll head right through this long rest, which is also probably a good spot for us to take our little mid-episode break here. So if you haven't already, mark your level up, long rest. I'm sure we've got that all handled. And yeah, thanks everyone for tuning into the first half, and we'll be back in 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Nipples.
Hello,
Nipple
everyone.
lightning.
Welcome back to part 2 of episode 3 of Dice Size Tales. The party is just about to finish up a long rest after a day tracking and combating some kobold and lizard folk that had been spreading this plague across the city of Velthollow. But before we hop back into that, we got a couple streams coming at you in the next week. Tomorrow with the wonderful GM Dave, who I believe is off to my right over there. Um, The Software Saga continues on Friday, and the party are still reeling from the news of the death of the Messless household's manservant Boothbay. Boothbay, did I say that right?
Boothby.
Or is it Boothby?
It's Boothby, damn you! Tell me how chaps is fucking Boothby.
He's
I'm
my
Susan Boothbay.
Boothbay.
Boothbay sounds like what the fans would call him. You know?
Yeah, Boothbay. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Genius.
still reeling from the news
You're
of
the
death of
marketing team now,
Boothbay.
Al. Amazing.
At the hands of the vengeful imp that once served the carved witch. But war is upon the continent of Sophrone, and the party must persevere against all the kingdom has to throw at them. Meanwhile, Valdar has sent the zealot Ned north to the gnomish city of Krasnokframsnofgar. Oh, I almost got it. I was close. To
Three
retrieve the
times
mother.
fast.
No. To retrieve the mother of one Orixium Grim. With so much in play and so much at stake, how can the party truly make a difference in this epic conflict? You can find out tomorrow. Dave, do you have any little things you want to add on there? Any little tritos?
Yeah, it's gonna be. So they just defeated an elder false hydra. So that tore
Hell
up their
yeah.
memories. It was a homebrew creation. It was a horror show, but also our dragonborn barbarian Scales, who is the last dragonborn on the continent because of a machine that was used to wipe out the whole race of dragonborn, so the humans could just take over. So that's why they're the dominant race. Anyway, it was all of his withheld memories were released, and for 30 seconds our dragonborn got to remember everything. And then
horrific.
And then they killed the elder false hydra. So I gave Scales a minute. What are you gonna do with the minute of the memories as the sand, as the water sort of drifts out of the sand, and with that water your memories go? What are you going to do? And Scales looked around panically and was like, remember this, remember this, remember this. But talking about things that the characters had no frame of reference for, because things that only Scales knew, and it was incredibly sad. Because Scales was like, please don't forget this, and like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. And then like, it's just the eyes closed for a second, and then they opened, and Scales was like, oh, look at butterfly.
Yeah,
And it was,
yeah.
it broke my heart. But Fona, who plays a dragonborn barbarian Scales as a child, is one of the best RPers I've had the privilege of having in my game, and I love her so much. And I love Scales so much. So it's going to be more of that, and I'm excited for it.
That's amazing.
Fuck yeah.
I might have to pick your brain on that a little bit. I've often considered like employing the false hydra, but it seems like a really challenging thing to do as a DM.
Yeah. I made it a short encounter rather than a long, large one, because the original stats are like for level 3 to 5.
Big time.
And, you know, I think the party needs more history.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, cool. We'll talk.
Yeah. And then next Tuesday, we have Arcane Adventures in Andromedus with GM Carrig. Passing through the back gate into Kazum's industrial district, our party encountered... the back gate again. Our party encountered a number of corrupted dwarves, bald with emaciated bodies. Is this a foretelling to what the mind virus may do if left unchecked? Tune in and find out. And then next Thursday, we'll be back with Dice Size Tales, episode 4, which I have no information for as of yet, but keep an eye on the next couple streams. There'll be a blurb for that.
If Twitch haven't cancelled us.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Any more cat smut going on behind me? We're already on a nice edge.
That's what the
think
viewers
so.
come here for. D&D's the afterthought.
Come for the D&D, stay for the cat-only fans.
Column
Yeah,
in the pocket says
we're gonna
laugh
launch that on the Patreon later.
we're gonna
but
laugh
okay.
at back gate and let large one go past. Okay.
As we hop back into things for today's session,
Good.
Gulbranna, I'm going to come to you in just a second. Could I get a intelligence saving throw from Steriacha and Endemyon?
Ooh, okay.
You'll fall hit your head.
I I clicked it, but I got a 10.
Yeah.
Am I conscious for this, or is this like when I'm sleeping or something?
This will be while you're sleeping. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I wouldn't be able to use that ability. So yeah, 10.
Okay. Although if either of you would like to use
Yeah,
one of your inspirations,
100%. I think I'm gonna.
That's true.
I'm
I
gonna
can
use a
use an
fucking.
inspiration.
I like the way you said that. An inspiration.
I'll take the 7,
inspiration.
DM.
heard.
Up from a
Heard, Chef.
6.
Still an increase.
Do I want to let plot happen and just not use the
Well, that's
inspiration?
yeah. I mean,
I might just let plot happen.
Plot's telling me
Wonderful.
like you do not want
Yeah.
to save this.
Yeah, I'll just stick with my 10.
Beautiful, beautiful. We'll get back to you folk in just a sec. Eugene, Gulbranna, you sleep and dream, and you're in a familiar place. Where are you right now?
The bedroom.
Dreaming.
And there's
of
no bum
bedroom
chihuahua.
books. Yeah.
So it's a weirdly warm day. Sun's coming in through the windows. There's 2 big windows that are stained. It's a rich enough house. You can see a younger Eugene, and you see his face now is completely different from Gulbranna. Wee sort of gingerhead boy, blue eyes, and he's just playing with his toys. It's got different wee bits of wood that stick together. There's like blocks, things like that. So that's where you can get the creative side of it. The other side of the room, you see 30, 40-year-old Gulbranna just watching this younger brother play. Gulbranna gets up and walks over towards Eugene. But as he gets closer...
Can you give us a... What did Gulbranna look like?
Oh, well, what Gulbranna looks like is basically the character image, because he forced his imprint onto it. But he did have a narrower face. He was really lithe. He was malnutritioned, alone for his 16 years, kept in not this bedroom, somewhere else. But he does have the Tony Stark-esque, the wee thin beard.
Totally.
But he only reached the age of 16. But in his 30s and 40s, he has the gruffness to him.
Sure.
But as he walks towards Eugene, he decreases in age, as if it's a slider as he's walking towards him. He crosses the middle of the room, and you notice on the bottom of the room, Eugene's side is a lot cleaner, and Gulbranna's walking through thick layers of dust. And then he kneels down in front of Eugene, and they start playing together. And Eugene, I'll do his voice because I can't do wee boys' voices, because,
Sure.
manly. And Eugene says, "Oh, you want to play?" Gulbranna just stares at him. Yes. And they just start playing with their toys. And it's all from Gulbranna's point of view. And he sees this boy, and he's afraid of him going through the same torture he went through, being used as another vessel from his parents, who were, well, the backstory, they were using their children as husks to leapfrog their souls through time. But Gulbranna's crying, just dry tears. And he's playing with Eugene's toys. He can't take it for a moment, and he gets up and walks back to his other side of the room, and he's holding something in his hand. And it's a small toy, looks like a small toy crossbow type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns around, and the wee boy Eugene's looking at him. They're like, "Yeah, oh, look after you. Like, I think you're going to look after me." With the big doe eyes. And Gulbranna's staring at Eugene, and he starts to grieve. Not for what might happen to him. Not for what might happen to Eugene. Not for what happened to him. but more so he grieves for the boy he was, and he grieves for the boy he could have been, and what life would have been like if all the shit didn't happen. He was effectively killed by his parents on that same day that Eugene was, at the same age, in that evening. And that was the moment where Eugene got possessed by Gulbranna and they escaped. So then, yeah. So whenever he wakes up the next day, he has his arcane firearm, which is the toy crossbow.
I love that. As you're, just to kind of come back to that dream moment, fiddling with that crossbow, and Eugene's still kind of in your peripheral vision a bit, and still playing and kind of watching you with this curiosity and this just like the phrase ignorance is bliss kind of comes to mind. Like he doesn't know yet what's going to happen, and he's a rather happy child. And you see these silhouettes, these sort of dark figures in the shape of your parents kind of at the door, and this long shadow they cast across the room that kind of covers over where Eugene is. And you hear this voice that ought not be here. It shouldn't be now. It's alien. It says, "Do you want revenge for what they did?"
Gulbranna is with a clear, crisp, yes. Moreover, I demand their souls.
How about a new body for your brother?
Are they able to penetrate how he feels about this? Or is it just what he says?
Yeah, it seems as though it's just what he said. Yeah, it's not, you're not feeling any sort of like mind reading going on necessarily.
Because as soon as that happened, Gulbranna would rebuke it and get out of Dodge. I'm assuming there are some sort of catch or strings attached with this. You offer me what I need, and haven't yet told me what you desire.
Well, your commitment must be evaluated. What would you give up for this realized purpose? What's it worth to you?
I don't know if they can... He wants to convey the emotion of, you're not the boss of me, kind of thing.
Sure.
You know, I've asked you once, what do you expect to gain? And like in the background, you can see like a wee silhouette or like a wee montage of Eugene playing cards. And it's like he's like, I'm the dealer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. He's dealing them out. And, I require you to continue walking the path that your friends and you are on. See it to completion. And when the time is right, I will provide you with what you want in exchange for the lives around you.
You're destroying the lives of these comrades of mine. If that is your suggestion, then no, I'll continue my path, protecting my brother the way I have done.
Protect is a strong word for what you're doing.
Hijack, use, alter. We're still both alive.
Are you alive, Gulbranna? Are you really?
I'm awake. No, I'm a... Whatever state he's in, he's taking a wee stiletto knife out from his tinker's kit and just cutting the palm of his hand and drawing a line of blood over the floor. Let me see you do that and we can have a proper conversation. You can hear the cat.
Oh, I'm sure we'll have another conversation. Very soon.
Gulbranna's going to contemplate that, but he's a frigger, but he's not a facker.
Yeah, I feel you. We shall see where your loyalties lie when it really counts. Sleep well. You see that sort of darkened pair of silhouettes by the door frame kind of fizzle out and disappear, and the weight of whatever presence was just speaking with you kind of leaves this space, and it's just you and Eugene again for a moment.
Did he recognize the voice at all, or feel any resonance with it?
It would be the first time you have ever heard that voice, for sure.
It was the first time?
For sure it was, yeah.
And it doesn't... He wouldn't remember. His time as a spirit, he wouldn't have remembered anything from the ether, or he kept himself forcefully in?
Not relative to the person you're speaking to, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Gulbranna for now is dead set against murdering his comrades. For now, because all it is a new body for Eugene, and he feels that he can get that for himself. But just Eugene and Gulbranna. His dream would end with the two of them playing with their blocks, building a wee home with two wee dudes standing outside it, and then falling asleep on the floor.
Two little boys had
two little toys. Each had a wooden crossbow. But
kind of
yeah.
unfortunate. Can you tell what it is yet?
Can you tell if it's in yet? He'll wake up.
Okay, somebody cut that out.
The bolt. He'll wake up and he would have been crying in his sleep. Like this was a ringer for him. Normally Gulbranna's like, no, what, emotion? I don't need that.
Moving on to Steriacha and Endemyon.
Oh, I thought if we failed that we'd have a lovely night's sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, I mean, that remains to be seen.
I thought failing the save meant when I turned over the pillow it'd be extra cold.
Yeah, right. Too cold.
Yeah, it's too cold. Yeah.
Yeah, a little too
cold. Cool.
Billy D. Williams' face right there.
You are a strict DM. Oh no.
We'll start with Steriacha here.
Okay, what happens?
As you dream, it's... You find yourself in this pitch dark expanse, littered with the lights of distant stars and nebula gases kind of rolling through as these massive clouds. Feel this. You can breathe. Okay. And as you're kind of drifting sort of directionlessly in this space, just sort of forward generally, you see all of these celestial activities and bodies begin to pass by, this meteor shower raining down these millions of pieces onto your right, and whole planets sort of drifting in and out. How are you feeling in this space?
I thought I lost the last of those mushrooms, but Apparently not. She's gonna stretch out as I recline my chair.
And as you go to stretch, you catch a glimpse of your hands and your arms. Your sores and lesions, the crops of boils and sores that usually litter your body, they're gone. It is replaced by this beautiful sort of teal, smooth skin. And there's no pain.
Is this what... And she'll speak aloud. Is this what death is? Honestly, I did not expect to be here to witness it. This is curious. Am I going to hell? Or am I going to heaven? Two places I do not believe in. That's a crack. And this is not me. Should just wait.
And you spend your time in this sort of rebellious disbelief.
But there are planets dying, and or like it's not this like it's not a like this display of destruction. It's just this display of cosmic activity, is it?
Yes, yeah. There's not so much
Okay.
life and death cycles as so much as it is moving in and around these different celestial bodies as you pass by.
If it's minutes, she'll laugh. If it's hours, she'll get bored.
And somewhere
If it's
in
days,
between,
yeah.
somewhere in between minutes and hours, as you're drifting through this space, you see a rather curious sight. Not too far away, this stone archway. And through the center of it, instead of seeing that starry expanse, you can see this dark corridor extending beyond it. And as it's kind of mirroring rather the movements of the bodies around you.
Am I being drawn towards it, or do I have the power?
Not
to
you
avoid
do
it?
you do have total agency. You're not being drawn towards it in any way.
But it's the only point or focus of interest really in a galaxy of infinity, really, and just this.
Essentially, yes.
Okay. How curious. And she'll sort of look over one shoulder. And she'll go, Grandmama, Auntie, Mother, what would you all do? And she'll kind of crack again. Okay then, let's go. And she'll just, if this is the astral plane, she'll use whatever intelligence focus she has to push herself towards and whatever this is. If it's not, she'll just still use whatever she needs to do to will herself to go towards this. But she will make sure that her feet touch the ground to ensure that there is ground. Is this a piece of the prime material deposited here, or is it something else?
As you will yourself kind of towards it, at first you don't notice anything sort of out of place, but as you get within, say, 100 feet of it, you feel this burning starting at your fingertips and at your feet. And as it intensifies and spreads, as you get closer and closer, you see these boils and lesions beginning to manifest themselves on your skin.
She's been through this before.
And this familiar sort of agony returning bit by bit the closer you get to this. And then through that stone archway, you can hear the very memorable screams of your hag coven of mothers being burned. You can smell the smoke. You can feel the hot breeze that was in the air that night, and it's becoming more and more intense the closer you get. And if you go all the way to put your foot down on the first step, your body is almost completely altered back into your actual waking state.
That's where she's going.
Your foot sets down on solid stone. The hallway extends ahead.
Oh, she uses the momentum that she had with like the foot steps down like your foot would at the bottom of a swimming pool when your arms are doing all the work. And it's almost just as a confirmation of where the bottom is. And she pushes her way through, all the way through. She doesn't care where this ends. If they're back there, if they're there, that's where she's going. She doesn't give a fuck anymore.
You rocket yourself down this hallway. The sounds and the smells and the sights begin to make your whole range of senses begin to swim, and eventually the hallway opens up into this chamber. It looks like the inside of a ruined watchtower, and as soon as you enter that space, the sound cuts out, the smell disappears. The center of the room is this pedestal, and this kind of gilded centerpiece kind of holder in the shape of a hand sticking out at the top. Solid 10 D&D's just got a boon for Cindral. Thank you very much for that. And in that sort of display, it's a large glass vial that's kind of got these platinum wrappings around them, and the stopper on it sturdy and firmly closed in the shape of it's kind of got a decoration. It's like the shape of a needle in this sort of wreath of flame.
Does it look
from you can give me a history check.
All right.
Or an arcana check.
Let's see. Come on, skills and tools. Give me 1 second here. I'll try and figure out where my fucking things are. So how do you get out of combat and into your skills on the new character sheet? Sorry.
Oh, you're not in D&D Beyond, are you?
No, I'm on the Roll20, and
Just...
it's really weird. Combat skills and tools. Skills? Yes.
I believe
Perfect.
skills, yeah.
History?
History or arcana, for sure.
Histicana.
21. Narrative.
Oh, look at those
dice,
rolls.
lads.
Very
Narrative
good, very
dice.
good.
Look at those.
Whatever this vial is, or whatever it contains. It remains unknown, but the symbol on it is very recognizable. It's one that you've seen around town here. It's this symbol of Sherindlar, this dwarven goddess of like health and nature, um, and then propagating the species. And you've
Nothing
seen or
Steriacha is interested in.
you've heard mention of this Order of the Silver Flame, which is apparently related to this Sherindlar. They've been in and around Velthollow, tending to those in the quarantine zone. Um, and as you're trying to figure out exactly like what the purpose of this is, you hear a now familiar voice to you, the same voice that spoke to you over your sending spell. It can be yours. One sip, and all your pain will go away.
What is it?
Powerful artifact, blessed by the dwarven goddess of health herself.
Do you understand my pain? Do you think? And she'll pull up everything. In fact, she'll just take off her dress now. So she's now naked. So as you look at her, her black hair is stringy and long. Her armpit hair drops to her waist. Her legs are skinny and bony, and she looks at whatever is going on here. Her wedding dress is gone, and she says, and she plucks a boil out, and she bites another lesion, tears a lump out of her arm, and I'm happy to lose hit points for this. And she'll scream, "Do you think this is where my pain lies? Do you think my pain is in these arms, these legs, this hair, these eyes? My pain is in what they did to my mothers. And there is no physical representation of that. I will carry that inside until they are dead."
Can you roll me a D100 real quick?
$65.
I am sorry if I have offended you. It's not my intention. I rather think you're quite beautiful, unique, exceptionally gifted. I meant to only offer an olive branch of sorts. Not a cure-all for all that plagues you, but perhaps some respite.
The only respite I've considered is death. Do you offer something beyond that? Of course you don't.
I offer a chance at a second life.
What is a second life?
Whatever you make it, my dear. You can make the world as you see fit.
What does this mean? Do not speak in riddles anymore. Place your cards on the table. Tell me, what you mean.
And all of a sudden you feel very alone in this space. The tower walls around you begin to crumble and shake. No answer comes from this entity. Just this sort of unsatisfied silence that follows.
If this creature can read minds, which I'm sure it can, she has no care for riddles. She endured riddles for 90 years. 3 times 90 years of riddles with her hag mothers. That's all they do. It's not fetch the washing. It's riddle me these questions 3. I washed my breeches once, you'd see. They went to dry outside the wind. Can you find them, or will you burn in cinders? So, she hates riddles. She hates confusions. And if there's any kind of creature that has any insight into her, they will maybe realize that is not the way to talk to Steriacha.
Noted.
She ain't got time for this.
So where is she now? In nothingness.
After some time passes, yes, this watchtower does sort of fall away and drift out into the astral sea in all directions, leaving you floating once more, that physical relief returning as your skin clears up, and you're not allergic to anything here, and although that isn't
Feels like
the
death.
thing that's hurt you the most, I suppose it might be a small comfort.
Yep.
Endemyon, you find yourself in a very different scene. You find yourself in a scene of total chaos. You're in a market square with these tall stone buildings, kind of in this very sort of angular sort of architectural style. In the center of this large market square, you can see that there's this huge pavilion with this rounded dome stone topper on it, and people are running in all directions. There are buildings on fire. There is the sound of screams from nearby streets. Where are you? What are you up to?
So amidst all of the chaos, I am simply intrigued as to what is causing it. I'm going to try and follow the path out of pure curiosity that everyone seems to be running away from, if there's like a single area that they're trying to run away from.
There are a couple kind of heavier traffic areas for sure, and following one of these, you come across into this sort of industrial district, a lot of these larger factory kind of buildings, and you can see a number of the city guard kind of huddled around the doors, the large sort of loading doors to one of these warehouses that kind of opens up, and this rush of creatures, bipedal, kind of forces their way out of the warehouse. You can give me just an investigation check really quick.
Yes, I can. +8. 22.
Very nice. Dwarves, for the most part, looking rather ill to the point where parts of skin have begun to kind of slough off the meat underneath, and you can see these large sort of fungal growths building across their torso and their shoulder and like kind of into their neck. With every ragged, screaming breath, they're exhaling this cloud of spores in front of them, and they slam into this group of guards who holds them off for a few moments, but there's just too many of them. And then these dwarves, they begin spreading out into the area, several of them moving in your direction, though not all of them.
So while this is happening, I'm just looking around. Before, I was just looking towards whatever it was causing the chaos, and it was just curiosity. Not calm, but I was collected. Now that I'm seeing this, I am overwhelmed by everything happening. Not because of the fact that they're zombies or zombie-like creatures, but these are all people that have come down with an illness that I have not cured. I am looking around, just stop, come here. I can help you. I can find the cure. And he's like trying to grab onto people's arms and whatnot, and they're just running past him or running into him. I don't know how they're reacting to me specifically, but I'm trying to chase down and at least help one person, but they're all just there's too much happening, and I'm panicking.
Yeah, it's a lot of people kind of running into and kind of ricocheting off you, and like you're trying to help, but they don't seem to kind of pay you any mind, as if they almost can't hear you. And then you feel this sort of tug on your shoulder as you look over. You're face to face with a dwarf with this sort of ash gray beard and this very like sort of tightly cropped mohawk and kind of shaved bald on the sides. So we've got to get to the temple. It's our only chance of curing all of them. Come on! He starts running down a main thoroughfare towards this large, imposing chapel. Kind of the main structure of it looking like this tall tower that kind of oversees the rest of the buildings beside.
So after he says that and starts running off, like as he's talking to me, I'm only focusing on him for the moment, and everything else around me kind of becomes blurry and fuzzy, almost as if I'm inside of a soundproof building, and I'm just barely hearing everything except for him. After he starts running off, I just kind of look around like shakily. I'm looking behind me, yeah, check in different directions and look at him, and then eventually it takes a while. I take my first step and begin slowly walking into that direction, but eventually it becomes a sprint as I drop my cane and run as fast as I can.
Very good. You make your way beyond the threshold of the temple and kind of into the first floor, just largely a ceremonial space. There's this spiral staircase built into the wall leading up into the upper levels. You can see that this dwarf is already making his way up there. Um, the doors kind of close behind you, and a couple of the attendants of the chapel set to barricading it. And before a few moments pass, you hear this as the doors to this chapel are just pounding inward under the weight of something on the other side.
I am going to look around for any kind of materials or supplies that I can use. Maybe I still have like my satchel full of alchemical stuff. I'm gonna try and reach in, grab some of my bottles and whatnot. I'm like physically shaking. If there's any liquid in any of the vials or bottles that I'm holding, it's like spilling over the side as I'm just trying my best to keep calm and collected to try and figure out something, but I'm too scatterbrained to be able to think of any kind of rational solution. I'm just desperately trying to fit puzzle pieces together when I'm not even looking at them first because I'm too busy thinking about everything else that's going on right now.
So you're kind of fiddling around with your different vials and trying to figure out what you could do to help, making your way following this dwarf up the stairs to the top level of this tower. And as you kind of breach the staircase and you're standing on top and you can see the city around you and entire districts are aflame, this near constant cloud of spores just kind of rising in these large clumps all over the city. The sounds of people actively being injured or in pain already. It's this moaning and screaming. It's like a rolling thunder. And you see that dwarf run over to this pedestal on the like top floor of the tower and reach for something, and this massive shadow just pierces out of the sky and slams into him, taking out the whole upper area of this tower, and kind of leaving just a small bit standing where your feet are planted. And as you look around at the destruction and the chaos around you, you hear this voice again. It has happened before. It will continue to happen again. Abandon this path. Velthollow is doomed. Save yourself while you can, healer.
As he says this, I'm going to look down at my hands, and instead of the gloves and uniform that I usually wear, that's covers everything and has and made of leather and whatnot, I could see that my hands are of a fair complexion. I realize that I am human again, at least in this moment. And as he says that, as he says that, uh, I look over towards wherever the voice is coming from. Is there any like a figure or anything, or is it just kind of like a disembodied voice?
Yeah, sort of. It sort of feels as if it's coming from all around, almost.
So yeah, so I just kind of look up, and out of my mouth I say, "What's in it for me?" And then on the inside, I'm like, "No, no, damn it, no! Stop, no!" I'm just like yelling. I'm like, feel like I'm trying to bang on glass or like a surface, like on like a force field on the inside, as like my inner previous life is kind of flashing before me again, as like I don't know if this is real or not. This is sort of like a nightmare, but the internal me is taking advantage of the situation as I would have in life, and I and my real life in my human form just kind of continues. What can I do to help you, if that means I'll get something in return?
I don't recall asking for your help. What could you offer me?
Again, as I'm still internally screaming and like clawing at like whatever kind of force is holding me back on the internal, I say, I am a normal human, a doctor, or at least a doctor in fake clothes. Why storm areas and risk losing armies when I could go in and spread your disease without anybody seeing? Nobody will know until it's too late.
Motherfucker.
There may be hope for you yet. Very well. If you truly wish to help, carry on this path ahead of you, and we shall speak again very soon.
And you
But
see as
be
I
warned, healer. And you could hear kind of the verbal air quotes around healer. Betrayal will cost you your life. The lives of those around you are already forfeit. Do not add to this tragedy.
why would I if I get to have anything they leave behind? You can have the power, I hold the wealth.
Give me a D100 really quick.
All right. 16.
16. And as you're experiencing this kind of schism of consciousness a little bit, the confusion and the chaos and the noise and this just mental rattling against your own mental cage kind of wakes you up in a sweat. And all that noise, all that chaos just is immediately gone. You look around and the common room is quiet. Most, if not all, of the rest of your party is sleeping. And kind of pull down like the wrist of your glove, and your skin is as it usually is these days. Seems the moment has passed, whatever that was.
I cover back my arm. And I rush over to my satchel to find another one of the potions that are used to help with the pain that I feel. And as I'm doing so, the only thought in my mind is, can't believe I had that dream again, but this one's a little bit different. What happened?
Happened indeed. More time goes by, and then morning comes eventually without any sort of incident. You get your full long rest in, and before
I
long,
immediately go to the bathroom.
yeah, of course.
Lock the door. I'm going to burn a third level spell slot straight away.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Ascending based on the voice that spoke to me.
Okay.
So I'm going to drop a third level spell slot straight away. And because I would imagine that she is familiar with the voice that spoke to her last night.
Now, at least a little familiar with it, for sure.
And she's going to... if there's any curtains, she'll close them. If there's any running water, she'll turn the tap on. It's flowing fast, it's loud. She needs to know. I've been through dreams. I've threaded dreams into webs. This is part of my power. Which are you in my dreams? Or my waking hours? And what do you offer? So she wants to know what this thing offers in the real world, if it even exists there. You may reply to
Can you give
this
me
message.
a D100 real quick?
Oh no. So for the D100s. That's 76.
$25 words. I offer you justice, revenge, a clean slate, and a protection against the afflictions that plague you on the daily.
So this happened. This is in this. This replies in the real world now. It's not in the dream world.
It is.
She will burn a second. She will burn a second third level slot.
Okay.
Well, burning them right.
Where are you? Hold on. She'll look around as they all begin to filter out into the common room. I accept.
And then a moment passes. Good. The map shows the way. And that's the end of that message. After a few seconds of silence.
So you're looking for scrambled eggs.
So the gang, one by one, kind of wakes up, filters out into the common room, and I guess over a fairly basic but filling breakfast provided on the house.
Basic.
Not if Cindral
Shots
has anything to
fired.
say about it.
I mean, first of all, nobody said thank you for dinner. And Cindral has noticed that.
I vomited fire out of my nostrils. Why would I thank you for that?
Well, I kind of took that as a compliment. Better out than they say.
That is your thank you.
The only reason it's a basic breakfast is because Cindral is still asleep in a small pool of whiskey on a table, just snorting around. I was like, "There's too much paprika."
Paprika wasn't a problem.
We can gently reheat any leftover sorksuka for a brunch. It'll be perfect.
No.
Brunch.
There's a few sorksukas and terrible taters there left over to
Definitely.
traumatize whoever comes to the inn after us.
I don't know what brunch is. It feels like a multi-class between breakfast and lunch.
It's precisely that. Pick the best skills of both.
It's the optimal meal of the day.
And you can justify drinking with it as well.
Exactly.
It's the perfect
that's
meal.
That's the main part, right? That's the main part right there.
So what is The Simpsons? It's not quite breakfast, it's not quite lunch, but it comes with a slice of cantaloupe at the end.
Gulbranna, with the full function of his being again, he's going to take a piece of bread and a bit of bacon, and or maybe a glass of wine or water, and he's going outside and sitting on a bench, and he's just pondering the dream and thinking.
And Steriacha is slowly but surely extricating herself from any sense of party that might have accidentally happened, because she has a new goal in mind. So it will be slow. It will be if Alisara re-engages about that kind of thing, the dynamic will be different, but we can do that if it needs to happen.
Speaking of Aliskyra, what is she up to in the morning, do you think?
I think I was gonna say, I think Ali's had time to think over the conversation with Steriacha, and mull over what her own thoughts on that. I think she's still not at a point where she wants to divulge too much about how her own personal feelings on it, but she is concerned about Steriacha's mental well-being. So I think she would want to check in the morning, and just find her and ask, and how are you this morning, darling? I hope that spicy stew didn't get to you too much.
vomited through my nose.
Yes, that does happen.
It kept going. There was about 10 minutes.
Do you feel all right now?
Physically, yes. How do you feel?
I mean, best we get you some fluids if you've been
I've had
vomiting
some
this.
fluids this morning.
I mean water.
That aside.
Please don't start Steriacha talking about fluids. We all know where this will go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fear for Dino.
The consistency and viscosity is just wood. As soon as you
Don't
it's water.
say that word.
Viscosity.
So that aside. We now friends.
I mean, did we not raise a glass to friendship last night?
Well, sometimes I've seen bards sell themselves and claim friendship the night before and leave in the morning. I know we did not make any contract, but that moment of night into morning seems to be a curious one for bards. Are we still friends?
I think you've clearly had unfortunate experiences with bards on that basis, but my adeptness with a musical instrument and perhaps quickness of word does not mean that I do not mean what I say.
So you are first Elisira, second bard.
Are you not first Steriacha, second witch?
Bard is a title you have chosen.
No.
Which is one foisted on me.
Bard is who I am. Is witch not who you are, whether you chose it or not?
I go by a different name.
My apologies, what would you prefer?
Naturalist.
Then a naturalist. Are you Steriacha first and a naturalist second?
I'm Steriacha first.
Then Steriacha is my friend.
I might not be your friend after this.
What makes you say that?
She kind of staggers a little bit and she puts her hand in her hand. I was offered. Well, not offered. I made a deal in a dream. In fact, I did not. I had a dream that offered me relief, release, and power. And then I woke up After I woke up, I used my magics to do a test to see if they were real. And she'll reach her hand out and it will go onto your shoulder, and her fingers become long, and they will go over your shoulder all the way down your back, and as they do, they become thinner. And she pulls herself into you and she'll say, I cast a spell of communication in the real world. The promise is real. I am a witch. I sold my soul this morning. Then it becomes so uncomfortable that you look back, and then her hand is just gone. There was no claws, nothing.
I think I think you feel your untoward behavior is kind of bog standard at this point. So she doesn't really seem fussed about the way that you pull her in, or even the claws.
It's not in any way to.
Yeah, that
shock
doesn't
you.
bother her, but you
but-
feel her tense when you say that you sold your soul. There is a physical reaction to that. Before she says, promises made in dreams, deals made in dreams. The deal may be binding, but promises made by entities that feel the need to seduce you through dream cannot be believed. Whatever you have done, we will find a way to undo it. But that is not the path that will help you. I know that, well, I don't know what plagues you, or what is the true source of your ire, but...
Good choice of words.
But whatever is the actual source of your pain that is harsh enough, that makes you seek the relief of death, that makes you believe that what you have seen in death is pleasant. Whatever deal you have made means that that death will not be what you want it to be.
I care not for what that is. All I care for now is not I've learned so much in this last sleep. All I care for is the power.
What power? What power could possibly be worth that?
I just need to stay alive long enough to kill the ones who killed my mothers. And he, wherever he is, has offered me the power to do that. And she'll reach her hand out, not to grab you to go around your head, but just on either side, about a foot away. and she'll wait there for you to do something. And if you don't do anything, she will just... Her hands will just go. And she'll lean in and she'll boop her forehead against your forehead. And she'll go... The thing that holds me back is the pain. I have been offered a path of vengeance, free of pain, free of life that contains pain. That is the path I choose. When it materializes, when it happens. I have no choice. I have made my choice.
I don't think Ali reacts. She lets you move as you move, and
she'll wander off.
She just says as you leave, if this is about vengeance, I wish that you had raised it with any of us. I feel as though it would be far easier to find yourself not alone among those in this room than in some elusive entity that makes you bargain more than you should lose. And I hope you don't live to regret it.
She will. Because I'm a devil. I'm a devil for a tragedy. So absolutely.
What do you mean? The woman whose mothers were murdered while she watched?
I honestly thought Steriacha's backstory was a little rosy.
Somebody clip that.
Grim campaign.
Absolutely.
Is Steriacha the big bad? Come on.
Make it happen.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, so we've got a few minutes here. I just wanted to check in again because we're close to 3 hours here. Does anyone have to kind of quickly boot out of here? Or
Yeah, I'm
are we good
on
for
an
another 15 or
0600, so I mean, I can do another like 15 or something.
Great. I guess if that's okay with everyone, the only thing I kind of wanted to sort was where we go from here.
End of the dead.
I think Ali would be interested in going into the quarantine zone and trying to speak to the Thieves Guild based on the information that she's been given, purely because she thinks that the kobolds and that group will probably burn the use of that warehouse now that we've discovered it. So we have names, but we don't necessarily have a physical lead.
Yeah, Gulbranna would divulge that he was spoken to by an entity to them all. And just like, I don't trust that fucker. It's again, it's like his parents. Somebody trying to promise power, and he's like, "No, fuck you, Dad." You know.
Cindral's just going to be really passive aggressive with everyone because still nobody said anything.
I am going to quickly come from my my area of the room, and while still like kind of shaking in a panic, I run over to out the doors to the wagon. I grab a bunch of my alchemist supplies and whatnot. I rush into the room or the bathroom, wherever I could get privacy, and quick lock the door. Does anybody interfere with that or no?
No,
I
certainly not.
just said to you, there's like onion hot pots, not for everyone.
Yeah, Steriacha's just going for a walk. She's preparing for death.
Sorry, I was going to say Gulbranna just watches you like, what the fuck's he doing?
I scatter through everything. I get the jar of spores. I get vials and syringes, and I pull out my notebook with my quill on the side. I fill a syringe up with water, mix in a little bit of the this powder, and I inject myself with it directly into my arm. And then
Oof.
as it starts like having effects, I'm going to start writing down the symptoms as they happen.
Very good. Very good. You give me a let's give it a medicine check real quick.
All right. The +6. I'll give myself
Okay.
guidance on it if that's okay.
Yeah.
That's
As
12,
well. 12, okay.
13.
13 all in. And I'm gonna need a
Mm,
constitution saving throw from you as well.
Your
all
medicine
right.
check means you know you're fucked.
So I'm good. Can I use my
Oh.
reaction flash of genius to add a +5 to that for
Of
the
course.
medicine? So it's
Oh.
13, so
18.
18 in total.
Beautiful.
And
And then I'll
then
take a con
con
save as
save.
well.
Is it okay if I willingly fail it?
Oh my goodness.
It is okay if you willingly fail it.
Ooh.
Certainly.
Yeah. So I'm going to willingly fail it.
Okay.
Somebody call the air
Uh,
ambulance.
So with your medicine check, as you're kind of injecting yourself with this and you're kind of treating the remainder of the spore bomb or whatever's left in there,
Yeah.
um, you learn a couple things. First of all, the effects are not immediately kind of manifesting. You feel largely the same, um, but you have the sensation that this is something that is going to take a couple hours to manifest, so
Yeah.
it might take a little bit of time. Um, you also learn a couple things while you're kind of mixing your self-injection there. Um, a little bit about kind of the components that make up this alchemical suspension. The myconid spores were pretty obvious. As you're swirling that liquid around, you can see something looks rather like powdered brimstone in there. By the smell of the liquid, you get the sort of umami smell of like glow cap mushrooms that are commonly used in potions to stabilize mixtures. And as you inject it, you feel this burn, this sort of it almost feels like an acid of some sort, kind of mixed in with everything. How it plays into it and what exactly the source of the acid is um, unsure, but it's a fairly complex um, solution. And as you inject and you wait for a moment, maybe your breathing's like a little bit heavier than usual, but for anything else to kind of manifest will take a little bit of time.
So, as we wrap up, I'm just writing down the symptoms and coming up with theoretical cures for this, and I'm using myself as the test, the lab rat.
Very
Any
good.
kind of cure, anything, I'm going to test on myself first.
Mhm. Okay. And once you've done with that injection, is it like straight back out after you've made your notes, or?
I would have started working on um I would have started working on theories for the cure, but I would have unlocked the door by that point.
Sure. Give me a medicine check again.
Yeah. +6. 14
Four,
plus guidance.
16.
Yep. I'll stick with the 16.
Okay. Um, in terms of like an alchemical cure for this, um, as you're recording observations and making your notes on it, you note that the acid, the more that you kind of study that and seeing how it's reacting to like different bits of your alchemy kit, um, it appears to be like some sort of stomach bile of some sort.
Mm.
Um, and it's some sort of whatever that stomach bile is, there is something innately magical about it. And
Yeah.
it's the interaction between that and the spores, you think, that is causing like kind of the active part of this plague as it's spreading, give me the idea that you might need more of that bile to kind of make the antidote for it.
All right. Sorry, just writing that down. I
Yeah,
had
of
notes on
course.
the screen. But yeah, so that's what I would do at the end.
Beautiful. Let me just do another quick little check here. Um, okay, so Aliskira's mentioned she would want to head over to the quarantine zone, see the Thieves Guild. Um, any other orders of business, just so I can get my notes together for next time?
Just to be sure, right?
Yeah.
Um, so Steriacha is used to deals, and she's used to. Sorry, she's been around them. So
Yep, she's seen him for sure.
is this bindable? Is this like what she did? Like has she made the deal, or has she sort of? I mean, she would know.
I'll
She
take
wants to
an
make this
Arcana
deal.
check.
She wants to make this deal,
Yeah.
but she knows there's more to it than casting a sending spell and then going like, I accept. So cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely take an Arcana check on that.
It's like boop.
Very nice.
21.
21.
Narrative dice again.
Here we are.
She only had a fucking +2 on that, by the way.
Oh,
We love a 19 on the
19.
die.
I fucking love narrative dice.
So, as familiar as you are with sort of binding deals in that sense, typically there needs to be some sort of physical component.
Yeah.
You know, with devils and hags, it's a contract. With fae, it can be, just like information. Entities usually require something up front.
Or
if
something
it is
that would might grant you the time.
Yeah, exactly.
The time that
And
you need to stick around for a long time.
And you get the sense that a verbal agreement has been reached, but in terms of any sort of binding, you don't feel bound to it. Like you feel as though you could go back on it if you wanted to.
She's not going to go back on anything.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
she's invited,
freedom of choice is still
she's
there.
invited the application, as it were.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so I think she'll storm off and she'll look at the sky for one more time, even though it's not going to be one more time. And I think she's going to get even more emo for the next episode.
Hell yeah. I
Yeah.
love it. Would anyone be, or I guess that would actually should be directed at Allie. Allie, would you be heading off to try and find this guild house on your own, or would you let people know?
Part of me wants to say yes, because I feel like we're not exactly a subtle group of people.
Sure.
But I think based on the conversation that she just had with Steriacha and what Gulbranna has revealed about his dream, she'd be a little hesitant to leave everyone on their own. Rather than thinking about it as herself on her own.
Yeah.
So I think she would, if everyone was willing to come with her, then she would take them with her. If not, she would suggest that they met up at some point.
Okay.
Guess if it gets to it, like, and no one else will go, Steriacha's outside, like peeling back her own fingernails, and she'll see you coming out, and she'll go, "Are we going on an adventure, dear?"
Yeah.
And then she'll just like, she'll use her shapeshifter ability to like turn into you.
Mhm.
Well, I think two hearts are better than one. Living in just one mind, baby, it's two hearts.
Oh, you.
Yeah, there it is. Very good, sir.
And
I'll probably come along. I leave the tavern, kind of very trying to sneakily eat
are the
something.
three of us
without-
gonna do a fucking infiltration?
Like I'm trying to eat something without anyone trying to see what it is. I don't know if anyone wants to try and see what I'm sneakily eating.
What
I do want to try and sell.
What is it?
What are you shadily hiding?
Craig, what way do you want to?
So let's go. You roll sleight of hand. Everyone who's trying
Wait,
to
it's
see
Cindral,
it,
it's
roll
Cindral.
perception.
My perception sucks.
This is happening just outside the pub.
What's Cindral
Gulbranna's sitting on the bench
15.
with a cigar, going, "What the hell's going on?" Perception.
Okay.
19 for the Golby City.
Little gulps.
I got a nat 20.
Nice.
Did you
Wow.
actually?
Yeah.
I'm going to
Fuck.
pop. Should I use an inspiration?
Don't waste it.
I've got two.
So the Cindral just sees you looking and just starts chewing faster like a dog that's being caught with something it shouldn't have. It's like,
I don't care what it is, eat it. We're doing stuff.
Stealth.
Is it stuck? Do you want me to
he's like, don't touch me. I'm fine. I'm fine.
do the infernal Heimlich maneuver?
He looks you up and down. He's like, not again. Not again.
No.
Last time you set your hair down my throat to remove the blockage.
It worked.
I was
Is,
coughing you up for a week.
Is Endemyon hanging around, like coming along as well, or does he have other business?
I am probably. Well, how many people went with?
It sounds like everyone.
I feel
Oh,
like
I think
it
yes.
was one, then two, then one, then.
Yeah, that's
Someone's
why I
just
started
keen to
getting
go to
lost
the
on who
Thieves
everybody
Guild.
went because I thought it was just
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
and
going
a
to the
bunch of
Thieves
people.
Guild.
So yeah, if everyone's going, then I'll go too.
Wonderful,
Oh.
wonderful.
There you are. What kept you? Endemyon.
Test. Testing.
I hope
It
when
sounds like you're about to give birth.
he's coughing, and Steriacha's like grilling him. Gulbranna's putting the poncho on and pulling the mask up over his face. Just
Wonderful.
up over it.
What? Why are we going to the Thieves Guild?
It's fine. It's fine. My mask is sterile. You'll be
Great.
fine.
But Alasara, why are we going to the Thieves Guild? Are we doing? Are we going to be criminals?
I mean, at this point, aren't we already criminals?
No, we're not.
I got a burn down warehouse that says yeah.
And
no,
several kobold bodies as well.
We did not tell
Point of
anybody about
order.
that fire.
Point of order. We were hired by the temple, who asked us to do investigations. There were no rules. We couldn't burn things down. Anyway.
This is true.
Anyway. So,
Right, yes. Well, think about it like this.
we're working for the government.
When when places fall to shit, or when they are fruitful, who benefits the most? The people that work underground.
Excellent. Why are you working for them?
I don't work for them, but I happen to speak their language, let's say.
I don't work for them. I just work with them. There's a difference.
It's
It's
true.
not
Funny that.
necessarily. Put it this way, there are people in every city and every town around the world that work in the shadows in surreptitious ways, and I just happen to engage well with those people.
And I know that Steriacha speaks Terran, which is a primordial language. And she goes, I happen to speak language of the earth. There'll be a slight,
Yeah, underground.
slight
Yeah.
rumble. There'll be a slight rumble. Doesn't mean I have to do the biddings of the bullets.
And that is a wonderful skill. But I was thinking perhaps less literally. In terms of underground, I mean social infrastructures rather than physicality, although sometimes they are physically underground. Sewers are quite a popular dwelling
You have a
place.
wonderful voice.
You see a little flicker of something in her face at that before she just says, well, thank you, it's the only one I've got.
Underground it is.
Just like,
Do you
could
have-
stock up on some more mushrooms. All good.
Yes, never know, maybe you'll scrounge up a truffle.
Very good. Well, with the party all heading in the same direction, across the quarantine line towards where this alleged guild house is, I think that's a lovely spot for us to call the session for today. And we will cross into the bad side of town next time. Thank you,
yeah.
everyone.
Our moms
Leave.
told us not to go here after dark.
Yeah, and they were right.
Just get your
Yeah.
BMX and go home, boy.
Yeah, it's the men's time.
Fuck is wrong with you?
Thank you for, first of all, to you wonderful players. It continues to be an absolute joy to run a game for you all.
Thank you for
And,
fucking-
Thanks, Craig.
Giving us this playground to play in.
Yeah.
Smooth
Of
voice,
course.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
And obviously Kate, our techno mistress, the
That's
true
right.
one working
Alright,
in the
alright,
shadows.
hello.
Yeah, the cat.
Woohoo!
Hello,
Cackler and
Thanks
the-
to Kate.
Tis them, tis her.
Our
Hello,
resident techno mistress.
You know something has landed well when you hear it in the background going.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Landed. Yes.
Absolute cackle queen. Yeah.
That's
Big
my wife.
big shout outs
Can't
as
watch.
well.
My
to-
wife.
Big shout outs as well to Mike Schley, who did the amazing town map here that I'm using for Velthollow, and then as well for tabletop audio, and for Travis Savoy for all the music that was used today. Yeah, we will see you all in a week's time. Be sure
And
to
big
tune
shout
in
out to
tomorrow for the
Craig.
Software Saga.
Our awesome fucking DM.
We
Who's
love
like
you,
created a
Craig.
fucking
Oh,
crazy
shout
story.
out.
Seducing
Yeah,
everyone in their
absolute
dreams.
cinema.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I'm
Craig.
trying. But yeah, big thanks all around to everyone for all time, and we will see you in a week's time. But until then, I cast bless on all of you.
Come
Don't
back here
forget,
tomorrow.
join the
And
Patreon
DM,
for-
and we love you all.
Join the Patreon.